Bring it up to class.
Yeah. You gonna read it? On YouTube? I'm sorry. Give it a few minutes. If you could, sir, post a sign-in sheet.
Yeah, come.
Oh, sorry, correct.
It's on here, right?
Yeah, it's on the notes.
You said that.
You go to the notes, and it should be the first thing. Just copy and paste it. All right, let's get started. We the ISUPK coming out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We've been doing this since 1969, letting the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians know that you are the lost tribe of Israel.
Right.
And today we're gonna go into how our oppressor gave us money, especially for the brothers in Hempstead, for Section 8, but they didn't use it. They just kept the money there and just was like, the hell with them. But yet, you know, when schools, especially during this COVID-19, all these business funds and stimulus for business, they make sure they get it. That Walmart get it and CVS get it.
Right.
And all these other high-end businesses get their stimulus checks. But brothers and sisters that's in Hempstead, or not even just Hempstead, worldwide, they can't get money for Section 8 that they promised to. They have it there for them, but they just chose not to use it. But when we can, so read the article when you can.
Con. Hempstead leaves housing aid unspent despite thousands on waiting list. The town of Hempstead lent $1.3 million in federal housing assistance for the poor.
Y'all, let me know if that's better. So, like, 1 second.
Con.
One second. When you said no volume on the live, are you talking about the Facebook or are you talking about the YouTube? Let me see. Let me know if you hear me during on Facebook then. Let me see if I can try to fix it. Let me know if you hear me on Facebook. Ashar, do me a favor.
Yes, sir.
Go on Facebook and see if you can hear me on live.
Please say it again.
Go on Facebook and see if you can hear me on live.
What are you going live on?
On my page on Facebook.
Console.
They said the YouTube was fine, but
Okay.
do you hear sound or no? Because y'all say you don't hear sound. No sound.
It depends. You put a second to the camera to the microphone.
No, he's on his phone.
No, I'm here. Oh, okay.
No, it's fine. Yeah, well, it might be your phone. Ashar said he can hear everything.
Right here. You can speak.
No, all right, cool. Don't worry about it. So lucky for the. Yeah, well, it might be your phone. Ashar said he. All right, let's start it over. Go ahead, sir. Read that.
Come. Hempstead leaves housing aid unspent despite thousands on waiting lists.
What it says?
Hempstead leaves housing aid unspent despite thousands on waiting lists.
There's thousands of brothers and sisters on the waiting list, man. Keep going.
Come. The town of Hempstead let 1.3 million.
1 point what?
3 million.
That's nothing for black people. You got these businesses having trillions and billions of dollars in stimulus funds given to them. Keep going.
Come. In federal housing assistance.
In what?
Federal housing assistance.
Keep going.
For the poor, elderly, and disabled to go unused.
To do what?
Go unused.
Listen, this is what they feel about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Who was it for?
The poor.
Listen, this is for the poor. Your brother, the brother you see out there that's on the subway or right there on the side of the street or the corner store, it was for what?
The poor.
That was for him.
Well, the people living in the shelters and family shelters.
Exactly. The people in the shelters, all our people that's less fortunate. This money was for them. Keep going.
Con. In recent years, even as thousands of people sat on waiting lists for subsidies, according to data and interviews. From 2014 through February, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development gave the town's Department of Urban Renewal $19.7 million to fund housing choice vouchers, also known as Section 8, which the town can distribute to help people pay rent and utilities.
Listen, this is for them to help people pay rent, utilities. So your brother and sister wasn't supposed to not have light bills or not have food or gas. He was supposed to. The oppressor was supposed to help them with that, and it was right there. Keep going, sir.
Hempstead gave out $18.4 million.
How much?
$18.4 million. Despite federal guidelines that public housing agencies spend all of their funding to help as many people as possible. Of some 400 vouchers Hempstead can issue, about 200 are currently unused.
How much? 200
are currently unused.
And that's housing for brothers and sisters right outside Hempstead. If you haven't been to Hempstead, there is a lot of Issachaриtes and Judites just hanging out there. A lot of them are poor over there. You know what they do? They have MS-13. They got Crips and Bloods, and they're killing each other because they don't have places to stay. They don't have food. They hate each other. But our oppressor has the money to give them, but choose not to. Keep going, sir.
Hempstead Chief Deputy Town Attorney Charles Covitt defended the town's Section 8 program. We don't see this as a failing on our part.
What he says?
We don't see this as a failing on our part.
What did our oppressor say?
We don't see this as a failing on our part.
He said he doesn't. We don't see this as a failing on our part. It's the same people who will find a brother or sister hung up on a tree by a noose and said, "I don't think this was foul play. I don't think this was an act of murder or act of racism." It is the same people that said what? Sir, what they say?
We don't see this as a failing on our part.
Listen, our oppressor is a liar, man. His lips are just everything that comes out of his mouth is a lie. He tries to help us as much as we can or whatever, but all of it is a lie. All of these gifts and whatever stimulus checks is to destroy us. It's not to help us. It clearly is not to help us. He gave us millions, 19 this. And 3 point this million, and then just, you know what? He was like, I don't want to use it. Listen, we gave you the money, but listen, they'll do good without it. They'll find a way. Keep going, sir.
He said, we're trying consistently to give out more vouchers.
We were doing what?
We're trying consistently to give out more vouchers.
It's like the same man that told the North American Indians, we're gonna do all these treaties, we're gonna give you these laws and this, and we're gonna follow them. We're gonna try our best to follow them. What they did, they broke every single one.
And that's some BS because I work with the homeless, right?
Right.
And the homeless have to jump through hoops and hurdles just to apply and get approved to get a City Phelps voucher or a city voucher. And many of them don't meet the criteria, or they can't pass a mental psychiatric evaluation to apply for it. So it's like, who are they giving it to?
Right.
Keep going, sir.
The 1.3 million in unused funds went into Hempstead's Section 8 reserves account. Compared to the town's Section 8 budget, the reserves account has become one of the largest kept by any public housing agency in the country.
So that's letting you know that they just had that money sitting there. How much was it, sir?
1.3 million.
Listen, 1.3 million. You know what you could do with a $500,000? Damn, you know what you could do with what $20,000? You bring that into the ISUPK, we show you what we could do with how much million?
1.3 million.
1.3 million, man. There will be goddamn no brother or sister on the street without food or shelter.
Right.
Every brother in the street will have shoes, will have jackets, pants, underwear, whatever, dentures, whatever you need.
Right.
Eyeglasses, a car, transportation. But these devils, these oppressors have all this money in this account just sitting there. And they said it was like the highest budget of what, sir?
Any public housing agency in the country.
Listen, and that's crazy. That means it's higher than Harlem, the New York City. And you know how his brothers is out there out here in Harlem, just with no housing, no nothing, and everything being gentrified. And Hempstead on Long Island, they got the highest. How much again, sir?
1.3 million.
1.3 million. It's ridiculous. Keep going, sir.
As the subsidies pile up, the town's waiting list for vouchers grew to more than 3,500 households. Hempstead, like all of Long Island, suffers from a shortage of affordable housing.
Listen, and that's a problem because they have this money sitting there, but people are suffering for affordable housing. Brothers and sisters, they don't want to tell you it's Mexicans, it's Puerto Ricans, it's Dominicans, it's all these brothers that's on Long Island. I lived on Long Island, West Hempstead, and let me tell you, it was a whole bunch of brothers and sisters when you go into Hempstead with no housing. Right. All out there poor, selling drugs or on drugs.
Right.
But this oppressor has the money to give our people, but they be lying. We don't have the budget for schooling. We don't have the budget for to give to the poor or for food drives. We don't have this to protect your neighborhood. We can't pave your streets better. We can't do over your streets and sidewalks in your schools. But they're hoarding $1.9 million.
Right.
Largest in the country at that.
Right.
Keep going, sir.
That has made the need for vouchers all the greater.
I bet. Keep going.
Said Ian Wilder, Executive Director of Long Island Housing Services. We have so many people that are unhoused and underhoused on Long Island.
Right.
That money's being taken away from them. The Section 8 program helps poor, elderly, and disabled people pay for housing.
But they're not doing that. They're not helping the people pay for housing. You want to know why? Hold that real quick, sir. Give me Psalms 59 and 12. Psalms 59 and 12.
Psalms chapter 59, verse 12. For the sin of their mouth and the words
for the sin of their mouth and the words, keep going,
of their lips.
Of their lips. I mean, listen, the sin of their mouth, everything that comes out their mouth is a goddamn sin, man.
Right.
And it says the what?
The words? The words of their lips. Let them even be taken in their pride.
Let them be taken in their pride. They're prideful when they lie. They got sin coming out their lips, and out their mouths, and when the words comes out their lips, it's covered in their pride, man.
Right.
They talk all this nonsense saying we're the greatest country in the world. We got this, we got buildings and this, but they can't feed black people. They can't feed the people that they oppress. Right. They can't feed or house the people that they took from the south coast of Africa, that they brought over here to slave for them. They say we gave a better life to African Americans and Puerto Ricans and Dominicans and North American Indians. Right. They said we gave y'all a better life. We made y'all civilized. Right. But yet it proves they can't do that. They prove that they are called the oppressor, that they are the devil that the Bible speaks of. It proves it there, especially in this scripture and in that article. They have all this money to give to their people, but when it comes to our people, they hoard it in their account to the point where it becomes the most in the country. The most in the goddamn country. And you know what? I know Hempstead is bad on Long Island, but goddamn Detroit. Go to Detroit. When we went to Detroit was goddamn worse than Iraq, man. Right. Worse than Afghanistan. Worse than Afghanistan, man. And you saying they can't give money to those brothers either? They hoarded money over there on Long Island, but the brothers in Detroit are suffering, man. They're beyond suffering. Right. To the point they throwing parties in the abandoned houses. They what? They searching you from your skin. Right. Damn your clothes. What's under your skin, man? What's under that skin you have? You have short sleeves on it. They trying to check you. They trying to check you. What's this? What's that? It's my skin, brother. I'm melanated. I'm black. What happened? It's because they are oppressing you. They hate you. Keep going, sir.
And for cursing and lying, which they speak.
Cursing and lying, which they speak, man. They lie all the goddamn time. Like it says in that article, it says it's supposed to be for the poor. It's supposed to be for the widows and the unfortunate and all types of people. Mm-hmm. But guess what they doing? They hoarding it until it's the largest in the country. It's ridiculous, man. This oppressor lies. He's not there to help us. He's not there to help us at all. All he's there for is to oppress us until we come back to the Most High God, man. Until we follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. We ain't gonna get no help from him. Right. If you read Deuteronomy 28, it speaks about the curses that's put on us, especially from this oppressor. We would go to him for all types of things. And you see what happened. You see what's happening when we go into him for all types of things. We get nothing. We get absolutely nothing. You know what we get? We get killings of one another. We get rapes and murders and abortions, drug dealing, gang violence. That's what was happening. We are not being helped by them. That's why we need to come together as a people, man. Come together as a people and forget what the oppressor gives us.
That's right.
Forget what he gives us and try to come together as a people and see what your brother could give you. Because later we're going to go into the law, how righteous we are when we help the people. Right. Compared to the oppressor. The oppressor has all these laws that he swear that he's a God-fearing man. Right. All these laws he gets from the Bible, and he doesn't abide by them at all. Right. And when he does, it's in his favor. It's in his favor when the laws are, thou shalt not kill thy brother. You shouldn't do this to your brother. When it's for him, what they do? When our brothers or when the oppressors on the street with a gun, all the cops is around them, they put that gun down. I don't want to shoot you. Come on now. Come on, I know you got a kids. I know you got this. They love doing that when it's them, but when it's us, license and registration. Whoa, bah, bah, bah. What happened? We died the first 0.5 seconds. Right. Our oppressors hate us to the core, man. To the goddamn core. Keep going, sir. If you could.
Verse 13. Consume them in wrath.
Right.
Consume them, that they may not be. And let them know that the Most High ruleth in Jacob until the end of the earth.
Listen, let wrath become over them, man. Let their destruction come. Because at the end of the day, it is our destiny and prophecy for us to come together and act like a people, act like a nation, man. Imagine if we had not priests, those people in the churches. I don't even right, those pastors. Right. Imagine if those pastors came together and actually did right for our people. Had the $1.9 million. Imagine they had that and was contributing it to everybody, opening their churches during the COVID-19, giving clothes and shelters and food. But they like doing that only when there's a barbecue and when you gotta collect tithes from them. They like doing it then. But where are they during this time? Where are they? Because I'm pretty sure there's churches in Hempstead. There's churches in Long Island. I'm pretty sure there's some pastor that can, probably take this money and do better? No, because there is none. There is none. Those people that's supposed to be over our leaders and pastors are just like they follow the devil. Right. They oppress the poor. They don't care about the widow or the fatherless or the childless. They don't care. They're in it for the same way the government is in it, to collect the funds and the money and say we don't have nothing. And because we don't have nothing, I need y'all to come together and this phone line, dial *888 and send in this money to help out the people in COVID-19. Help out in need, the children that is in need, the people that's poor on the street. When they're sitting on millions and billions of dollars. Right. Driving all types of cars, limos and Lamborghinis, Porsches, Bentleys. But keep going with the article, sir.
The federal government funds the program while about 2,200 public housing agencies administer it locally. Those seeking vouchers apply with their local agency. Right. If they qualify and find a rental within federal price limits, they pay 30% of their income on rent and utilities, while the government covers the rest. Right. Families with vouchers generally make less than half of the median income in their area. Long Island long waiting lists and unused vouchers are common in Section 8 programs, as Congress does not provide public housing agencies adequate budgets to meet demand and fund every voucher.
See, and you see how wicked our oppressor is? He's saying that the government is not supposed to help them with the funds, but they got the funds. They got the funds from the beginning. They just holding it. And it's saying that the people who are the vouchers, or what is it, the low income, sir, what it said? If you could go back up.
Long wait lists and unused vouchers are common in Section 8 programs, as Congress provides public housing agencies does not provide public agencies adequate budgets to meet demand and fund every voucher.
Right, and they don't fund every voucher. Of course they're not going to fund every voucher because they're giving them the money. They said, well, how are we going to fund you when we're giving you this money? Where is this money? It's just sitting there. Our oppressor is the devil, man. Right. It's just sitting there. Imagine if the government gave it to just black people. All right, we're going to give you this $1.9 million and we need you to contribute it to all our oppressors, all the Russians and the Germans and all that. And we didn't give them nothing. Right. You know what would happen? The goddamn army would be outside. The goddamn FBI would be raiding us. Where's that money? The taxes. Where is this $1.9 million that you were supposed to give to them? They will be all down our throats. But since it's for our people, since our people are less fortunate, we don't get nothing. It doesn't get to them. Keep going, sir.
But public housing agencies, on average, spend nearly all their voucher funding and keep modest reserves. Right. Unlike Hempstead. Hempstead declined to make Rosemary Caracappa, acting director of the town Section 8 program, available for an interview. Instead, COVID offered explanations for the town's unused Section 8 vouchers. First, he said, recipients of many of the vouchers have opted to use them for apartments outside of the town in the jurisdictions of other public housing agencies.
Listen, let me tell you something. That's how you know the white man is the devil. How wicked he is.
That's right.
Because it's supposed to be for housings. It's supposed to be for people of the poor, the people of the fatherless, the childless. It's supposed to be for them. So if there's no housing in Hempstead, what are you gonna do with the money? You saying they can't go nowhere else? You saying they can't? They supposed to be on the street, but then when they're on the street, what happens? People, they get tickets. They get put in jail. You get felonies. You can't feed the poor because it's illegal.
Right.
This oppressor is the devil, man. That's why the money's being hoarded. Because the brothers and sisters are trying to find housing in Hempstead. You don't think they're trying? Of course they're trying. It's saying some vouchers is not even being looked at. But because he's the devil and he doesn't want to help us, because he's a liar, he curses, he lies, sin comes out his mouth and his words, he's going to tell you you can't go nowhere else. You got to find somewhere here in Hempstead. You got to find somewhere here in the jurisdiction. And if you can't, we can hold on to the money. Not spend it, it's going to just build up. And then when it's time for more money, you're not going to get it. Keep going, sir.
Come. In some cases, those agencies fund those vouchers instead of Hempstead, leaving the town with more vouchers left to issue.
Of course.
To assess whether that explains Hempstead's low voucher usage rate, Edgar Olson, an economics and public policy professor at the University of Virginia, said the town should disclose how many vouchers were taken out of and into Hempstead last year.
Right.
Town officials did not respond to a question on this topic.
Of course they didn't express something on that topic because he knows what's going on. They probably taking some of this money. You know what I'm saying? They probably contributing it to all around each other, not giving it to the brothers and sisters that's in need. You know what I'm saying? Keep going, sir.
Gone. Salaki. COVID also said the federal government limits the town to awarding up to 40 vouchers each month.
40 vouchers what?
Each month.
That's absolutely nothing. You know what brothers and sisters are out there on the street? There's so much brothers and sisters out there on the street. It's way more than 40. Way more than 40. And the thing about it, they're not even going through all the vouchers. Those 40 vouchers is probably not even being seen. It's probably half of that. Keep going, sir.
But HUD spokesperson Matt Shuck said the agency imposes no such limit.
So there is no limit. But if you read it full back, they talk about other how the vouchers have limits.
Right.
It show you this oppressor. He's a liar. His words were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. All this has to do with war. When you look down into it, he don't want black men to multiply. Right. He doesn't want your children to grow up and hate him. He wants your children to love him. That's why he has Christianity. That's why he has homosexuality.
Right.
That's why he has abortions. He has all this stuff that you can love him. Because guess what? When you want to sin, he gives you that option to sin.
Right.
He gives it to you. But when God's chosen people, when you see prophets, when they tell you you can't do that, you can't do this, we need to come together and share among one another. What happens? Nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not sharing with this brother. I worked harder. I went to school. I did this. You want to act like a devil. You want to act like just like how this oppressor acts like. Don't want to help your people. Don't want to help your people at all. You love, especially on Facebook. They love talking about helping one another and this and that and a little black businesses, but they don't love black businesses. They don't love their people. What's going on, Charlotte?
Let's start a trend and put your Cash App in and everyone sends you $100.
Right, send in $100. That's exactly what they're doing.
Right.
Tell the government, send in the funds for the vouchers and Section 8 and don't spend it. Keep it up and let it build. Let it build up in the bank. Hold that real quick, sir. Give me Psalms chapter 82, verse 2. Psalms chapter 82, verse 2.
Psalms chapter 82, verse 2. The power standeth in the congregation. Psalm 82 verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
How long will ye judge unjustly and accept the persons of the wicked?
Yeah. How long are we going to judge unjustly and accept the persons of the wicked? Keep going.
Verse 3. Defend the poor and fatherless.
Listen, we got to read verse 2 again and then go back into 3. So, sir, go ahead.
Verse 2. How long will ye judge unjustly?
Listen, we judge so unjustly, man. We judge so unjustly. We do so much things to one another. We supposed to help one another, but we act like our oppressor so much. We want to be him so badly. We want to be in his millionaire mansions and be a business owner like him.
White women.
Yeah, especially his white women. We want to take his women. We want to be just like him, dress like him in suits and ties. But they don't realize what comes with that is sin.
Right.
What comes with that is unjustly. That our oppressor is unjust and he's sinful. How do you think he got that money? By killings and oppression and slavery. You want to be like him so much. You want to be like the unjust so much when all that belongs to you anyway. You're the prince of the power. You're the gods. You're gods and priests and prophets. But you want to be like this peasant. You want to be like this peasant that's unjust, that's sinful. Keep going, sir.
And accept the persons of the wicked.
And for God knows he's the most wickedest bastard out there, man. So wicked. We brought it out so many times in books and articles and Facebook Lives, how he shoots us down when we jogging. We could do we do so right and he still kills us. We work for him so long in his jobs, he still fires us. We work for businesses how many years and don't get a pension or Social Security? Who fire you that one last day of work? So then what? All those years is down the drain. You don't get your Social Security.
Right.
You don't get your pension. You know why? Because this man is wicked. He's supposed to feed the poor. He's saying America's so great, but he wants to lock out the Mexicans, our brothers. Right. He wants to send just paper towels to our brothers in Puerto Rico when it was flooded. Throwing paper towels like it was basketballs. This man is wicked.
Right.
He's supposed to give housing to the poor and to the fatherless and the childless in Hempstead. But he's saving the money.
Right.
You know why? Because he's wicked. These people are wicked, man. Keep going, sir.
Verse 3. Defend the poor.
Do what?
Defend the poor.
We supposed to do what to the poor?
Defend the poor.
Keep going.
And fatherless.
Keep going.
Do justice to the afflicted and needy.
Listen, and that's what we're supposed to do as priests and prophets. As brothers and sisters, as a nation, man.
Right.
We're supposed to do what, sir? Started from 3?
Defend the poor.
We're supposed to defend that poor. We're supposed to defend that brother that's outside, that's poor.
Right.
We're supposed to defend him when he's in need. Keep going, sir.
And fatherless.
And the what?
Fatherless.
For God's sake, defend the fatherless, man. Because we all know you was fatherless. We all know we grew up without a daddy or a mommy, without your father and mother, or you was living with your grandma because your mother was too busy working, or your father was too busy working. It says what?
Defend the poor and the fatherless.
Defend those people, man. They deserve defending. In the ISUPK, we defend the poor and the fatherless, man.
That's right.
We don't discriminate against our people.
Right.
We help our people when in need, man. Keep going, sir.
Do justice.
Do what?
Justice.
Do justice, man. Do justice to your brothers and sisters out there, man. You see something going on, make sure everything is just going around your neighborhoods, man. Don't let that brother sell drugs to one another. Tell that brother to stop. Tell him to stop this, man. Why do you need to sell drugs? What do you need? That's the whole point about defending the poor and the followers. So he won't be doing this. So he won't go out there to murder his brother or his sister, to steal from him. Make sure justice is served in your neighborhoods, man, in your nation. Keep going, sir.
Do justice to the afflicted and needy.
And the afflicted and needy. Because they am sure they need justice, sir.
Right.
Damn sure they need justice, Ashar. Ain't that right? They need justice, man. Because our oppressor ain't gonna do justice for them.
That's right.
He damn sure ain't gonna do justice for them. You know what he gonna do? He's gonna hang them on a tree.
Right.
And make postcards. He's gonna say, listen, that's why you black. And I'm white. He's gonna say that. I was the draw of the luck. God love white people. Clearly, look, Christianity is the greatest thing. God loves everybody but you.
Right.
That's what he's saying. And because of that, what does it say, sir? We gotta do what?
Defend the poor and fatherless.
Right.
Do justice to the afflicted and needy.
Do justice to the afflicted and needy, man, because they need it more than ever. These people are out there, our brothers and sisters feel like there's no one out there to protect them. There's no one out there to listen to their counsel, to their problems.
Right.
We're supposed to make sure that that they have justice, man. Keep going, sir.
Verse 4. Deliver the poor and needy.
Deliver the poor and needy. Keep going.
Rid them out of the hand of the wicked.
Do what?
Rid them out of the hand of the wicked.
It said, rid them out the hand of the wicked, man. Let's take our people out the hand of the wicked, man.
Right.
Let's make sure as a nation of people, our oppressor is not gunning us down in the street. That he's not starving our babies or our fathers or mothers.
That's right.
That he's making them slave Monday through Friday. We shouldn't have to go through that.
Right.
We shouldn't as a people. The amount of money that we have as a nation can feed all of us. It happened before. Black Wall Street, other towns, towns of people of our nation had wealth, had armies.
That's right.
We didn't need them. Harlem, exactly. Yeah. Black Renaissance. Yeah. We didn't need our oppressor. But you know what happened? Our oppressors knew that. They know when we come together as a nation, when we shop with each other, spend money with one another, make sure our brothers and sisters has food, transportation, have our own buses, have our own clothing companies, have our own food markets, have our own water fountains. What he does, he blows them up. He has an act of terrorism and drops bombs on them in one day.
That's right.
And tell you don't need to be with each other. You need to be with us. You need us. You see what happened when y'all together? Somebody attacks y'all, and y'all hopeless. That's how they are. They are wicked, man. And that's why we need to do what, sir? What does it say?
Deliver the poor and needy. Rid them out of the hand of the wicked.
And rid them out of the hand of the wicked. And the only way we're going to do that is coming back to the Most High God, man.
Right.
Coming back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. That's how we're going to rid them, man. That's how we're going to rid them out the hand of the wicked. That's the only way, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian. That's the only way. It's not going to be through Egyptology. It's not going to be through Christianity. Damn sure ain't going to be through Christianity.
Right.
Because in Christianity, it tells you to love your oppressor. It tells you to love him in all types of ways. It damn sure ain't going to be Islam. It damn sure ain't going to be all these other idolatries. You know what I'm saying? Keep going, sir.
Come. Verse 5. They know not, neither will they understand.
They said they know not, neither will they understand. Keep going.
They walk on in darkness.
Listen, they walk in darkness. Keep going.
All the foundations of the earth are out of course.
Listen, and that's a problem. We need to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. Without this, we are lost. We in darkness. We don't know no better. All we know is about drug dealings and prostitutions and OnlyFans and all this stuff that's not going to just set us backwards. It's not going to progress us as a nation. You know what's going to progress us as a nation? Making sure you defend the poor and the fatherless. Making sure you rid them of the wickedness of our oppressor. Making sure when one of our brothers and sisters get hung, that justice is served.
That's right.
Making sure when our brothers get gunned down in the street, justice is served, man.
That's right.
None of this protesting and none of that. We don't need no protesting. We're done with that. Civil rights is over. Martin Luther King proved when you protest, you end up loving your oppressor more. You end up giving everything up more when you start protesting and loving him. But when you stop going to his banks, when you stop going to his food stores,
celebrate his holidays,
celebrating his holidays, this Christmas, Thanksgiving, when you come back to your Lord's statutes and commandments and serve what? The Passover, the first fruits, and all these holidays, pay your tithes to the nation, they'll suffer. They realize, what the hell have we been doing to these people?
That's right.
To the fact that they just gave up. They don't even need us no more. That's what we need to do as a nation.
Right.
Forget their oppressor, man. Read on, sir.
Yeah, right. Verse 6. I have said, ye are God.
Ye are what?
God.
You are drug dealers.
God.
You are prostitutes.
God.
You are one OnlyFans.
God.
You're comedians.
God.
You singing and dancing.
God.
You gods, man.
Right.
Your power is on the goddamn earth.
That's right.
You're supposed to be priests and prophets and governors and mayors. Because you're what?
God.
You're gods, man. You're gods. Just like how your Father, the Most High God, man, the power of your existence, the power of what your power is, man. You're supposed to be gods. But you don't want to be gods. We want to be rappers. We want to be basketball players. Right. We want to be drug dealers. We want to be what? Hot girl summer. We want to be all this, but what we supposed to be, man.
That's right.
Keep going, sir.
And all of you are children of the Most High.
And what does it say?
All of you.
No, some of you.
All of you.
Just the righteous ones.
All of you.
No, just the ones that don't know no better.
All of you.
All of you. Keep going.
Are children of the Most High.
And this is important, man. This is letting you know every Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian woman, child, what is it? The embryo, blood cell, whatever that comes from Black people, whatever comes from an Israelite, you God's chosen people, man.
That's right.
You belong to the Most High God, man.
That's right.
It said, and all you are children of the Most High God, man. You don't know how important that is. That is so important to know that you're the children of the Most High God. Because when you know that, you know this Bible belongs to you only, man. You know the laws and statutes and commandments belong to you only.
That's right.
You'll know that the oppressor is doing wicked to you and knowing who you are. You'll know that judgment will come onto him. You'll know that you're the salt of the earth. You know that this oppressor will go into slavery. You will know that the other nations are nothing.
Right.
Why? Because it's all of you are the children of the Most High, man. Ye are gods, man. Like thus said the Lord, man.
That's right.
Ye are gods. Were we not made? I'm paraphrasing, just like them. Were we not made to resemble them? To have these laws and commandments? Were we not supposed to be like gods and rule over these other nations?
Right.
Or were we supposed to be on Section 8
right.
and welfare? Or begging our oppressor for money?
That's right.
Or having the money that our oppressor just keeps it there that he doesn't care. He wants us to die. Keep going, sir.
Verse 8.
Verse
7. But ye.
But what it says?
But ye.
It says, but ye. But it says, I said ye are gods, and all you are children of the Most High. But it says, but ye. It says, but. Keep going, sir.
Ye shall die.
You shall what?
Die.
Listen. When the oppressor shoots you down in the street, what happens?
Die.
Ye should die, sir, if I could.
Slap you. Ye shall die.
When he catches you running in his neighborhood because you're not supposed to be here, what happens?
Ye shall die.
When you're in the neighborhood, when you're in your neighborhood and there's no food and no shelter and no coat you have, no clothing, and you realize I gotta rob another brother. I gotta kill him. What happens?
Ye shall die.
Keep going.
Like men.
Like what?
Men.
Listen, you would die like men. You would die like men. You're not going to be like gods, because gods don't die. Gods don't die of gunshots. Right. They don't die of abortions. They don't die of getting stabbed or being raped because you was a prostitute. They don't die because of stuff like this. When you are a guy, you know what happens? You live to see an old age. Right. You live to see 3 generations of great grandchildren. You see, you make sure your mother and father are going into the grave peacefully and not suffering from what? From breast cancer or high diabetes or high blood pressure.
That's right.
They said ye should die like what, sir?
Men.
You should die like men. We should die like men because we didn't follow the Lord's statutes and commandments. We didn't want to be like gods. We didn't want to be priests and prophets and governors of a whole nation, of the whole world. But we wanted to die like men. We wanted to die like the other nations did. We wanted to be homosexuals and murderers and be, I'm better than you, and this and that, and floss money and murder each other over gang violence, murder each other over women. We wanted to die like men. Right. We didn't want to be gods like it said before. Keep going, sir.
Come and fall like one of the princes.
And what?
Fall like one of the princes.
And fall like one of the princes, man. We didn't want to be royal. We wanted to just fall. We wanted to just, you know what? Forget about it. I don't need to be. I'm royalty anyway. I don't want to be a god. I don't want to be a king. I'm good enough as being a prince.
Right.
I'm good enough as being a prince. I got everything. I got all what the oppressor gives me. Well, you don't realize you still fell. You're nothing. To the point where we're relying on our oppressor for everything, and he's hoarding the money. Right. He does. And the crazy thing, this is just one article from Hempstead. I'm pretty sure there's more things out there just like this, where they're not giving people a wick because they're hoarding the money. Section 8 somewhere else in probably Georgia.
Right.
We gotta stop believing our oppressor. He's the devil, man.
Right.
When we come back to one another, we'll learn what true brotherhood is.
That's right.
We'll learn what it is to actually have so-called what housings.
That's right.
And grocery stores and clothing shops and all types of stuff that we love to do as a nation of people.
That's right.
Keep going, sir.
Verse 8. Arise, O power.
Mm-hmm.
Judge the earth.
Do what?
Judge the earth.
Keep going.
For thou shalt inherit all nations.
Listen, and we need this. We need our power to judge this earth. Because if he don't judge this earth, or for justice sakes, you know what's going to happen? We're going to be in the bottom forever. We're going to be in the bottom forever if the Most High God in Christ don't come back and judge these wicked people, man.
That's right.
If you could, sir, go back to the article and finish that.
Finally, COVID said the application process is laborious for the town, as officials must ensure applicants qualify and inspect their apartments where voucher recipients wish to live.
Right.
Federal housing data shows Hempstead's voucher program has fallen short of national averages and federal standards on key performances metrics for years. In 2018, the town spent 82% of its budget.
It spent what?
82% of its budget.
Keep going.
While agencies nationwide average 98%.
That's so wicked. We spent how much? It said they spent what for Hempstead? 82?
And the town spent 82% of its budget, while agencies nationwide average 98%.
That's just let you know they're taking the money.
Right.
They're not spending. It's letting you know damn near other agencies are spending absolutely almost all the funds that they're getting from the government. But in Hempstead on Long Island, they're only spending 82% of it.
Mm-hmm.
That should let you know that they're pocketing some of this money. They're taking some of their money and probably giving it to their people or other stimulus check or organizations.
Right.
They're trying to make sure that they're fat and fed and have a place to stay.
That's right.
Make sure their children is not fatherless or motherless. Keep going, sir.
Con. So far this year, Hempstead is spending 88%. Mm-hmm. The nationwide average is 97%.
Listen, and that's letting you know they're doing it again.
Right.
They're letting you know we're going to do it every year until somebody stops us. And you know what? Ain't nobody going to stop them. Ain't nobody going to stop them in Hempstead. You know why? Because it's for black people. It's for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. When it's for you, listen, let's they take 10% basically. We're going to take 10%, like 15% and pocket it. We'll spend some on it, but we got to get some of this. We can't give all of it to them. They don't deserve it.
Yeah. We
deserve it for making sure that they're civil, they have laws, they have schooling, they have food on their back. We deserve a piece of this, of Section 8. Keep going, sir.
The untapped funding has accumulated in Hempstead's Section 8 reserves,
right,
which now total $1.8 million. Those reserves equate to 86% of the town's $2.1 million voucher budget this year. That reserves to budget ratio is far above the 6% ratio the federal government deems appropriate for an agency the size of Hempstead's Department of Urban Renewal, which currently administers 423 vouchers. The national average is 7%. Of some 2,200 public housing agencies that administer Section 8 vouchers nationwide, Hempstead reserves are larger relative to its budget than all 8 of them.
That's ridiculous.
Right.
That just lets you know that they're money hungry. That they keeping the money. They're not looking after blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. They're looking after themselves. You know what's funny? And I'm almost positive that the people that they're helping is a people of their nation. A people of their nation, they make sure get housing and food and this, because they don't want to talk about how much white people and Jewish people are on Section 8. They always make it seem that black people, Hispanic people, and Native Indian people is the most. Y'all take up all the Section 8 and the welfare and the WIC. Y'all the craziness when it's the other way around. The Jewish people the most with WIC in Section 8 and all this, and driving Bentleys and Mercedes. They look at us when we try to do it, and then we get all the backlash. Don't give the black people this. Don't give them that. They got everything. They cheat the system. They do this. When it's the goddamn other way around, man.
That's right.
Drop that, sir. Let me get. You don't have to go back to the article. Give me Job chapter 20, verse 10.
Yeah.
Job chapter 20, verse 10.
Book of Job, chapter 20 and verse 10.
Right.
His children shall seek. His children shall seek to please the poor.
Listen, it says his children shall seek to please the poor. But yet they're just like their forefathers. They're just like their granddaddy. They're just like their daddy. They don't care about you. Just like how in the past they told us they made laws to protect us. They had this. They made laws with the Native American Indians. But what they do, they hung us. They shot us in the streets while jogging. They still do this to this day. All these laws, you're 2/5 of a man. You gotta laugh. You gotta laugh in a barrel if you want to laugh. You can't gather when there's 3 people. When there's 3 or more blacks, y'all can't be on the street. These are the same people that said, "What, sir?"
His children shall seek to please the poor.
They'll seek to please the poor. They'll say, "We'll give you. We're gonna give money to the housing Section 8. We're gonna give money to WIC. We're gonna make sure that there's money for the fatherless and the poor and the widows and the elderly. We're going to make sure of that. But keep going, sir.
And his hands shall restore their goods.
But it said, and their hands shall restore their goods. We'll make sure that you're back on track. We'll make sure that you're on unemployment. We'll make sure that you get the stimulus check. That's for $1,400. Extra $500 if you have kids. Up to this amount.
Right.
Keep going, sir.
Verse 11. His bones are full of the sin of his youth.
But what?
His bones are full of the sin of his youth.
It says his bones, but his bones are full of sin of his youth. That means he's just like his daddy.
Right.
He's just like his son. His son is going to be just like his father. His father is just like his grandfather. His father is just like his his father. It goes on and on back. There is no change in this man. He continues to be the same person he was in the 50s, in the 40s, in the 1800s, in the 1700s, in the 1600s.
Right.
Can I go back in the Roman Empire to Edom? It keeps going.
That's right.
To the serpent in the garden light. This man does not change. He's a sinful bastard, man. Our oppressor is a liar. He's a devil. Devil means deceiver.
Right.
He's going to say, his children shall seek to please the poor. He's going to say, I'm here to seek the poor. I'm here to make sure that you're back on track. I'm here to make sure you get good schooling. I'm here to make sure you go to school, to a good school, and make sure you get help. I'm here to make sure you get a job and keep it because you have a felony. But it says, and his hand shall restore the goods. Verse 11, his bones are filled of the sin of his youth. That means he is sinful, man. It doesn't matter what he says. He's full of sin.
Right.
It's in his bones. He's made to be a sinner. He's made to be your oppressor. He's made to lynch you and to shoot you down the street. He cannot help it.
Right.
That's in his blood, man. It's in his bones. This is important, man. That's why we need to read this Bible. We need to read this Bible and remember the times of old. We need to remember what the Most High God said.
That's right.
Because it's for our learning. It's for our education. It's for our survival as a nation to learn this. To learn these scriptures. To learn that our oppressor would never change.
Right.
To learn that he has war in his heart. To learn that his lips are smoother than whatever war was in his heart.
Right.
To learn that he's that he's a devil. We need to learn these things. We need to learn that he doesn't follow the laws, statutes, and commandments. We need to learn this as a nation of people, man.
That's right.
But drop that, sir. Give me Leviticus chapter 25, verse 35. Leviticus chapter 25, verse 35.
Leviticus chapter 25.
Right.
Verse 35.
Mm-hmm.
And if thy brother be,
if thy what?
Brother.
It said, if thy brother, keep going,
be waxen poor.
Listen, this is the law in the book of Leviticus, chapter 25, verse 35. Chapter 25, verse 35. This laws we have for brothers.
That's right.
That says, if thy brother be waxed poor, that means if your brother has gotten poor, man, you witness your brother lose his job. You witness your brother, his wife left him because of foolishness, because he didn't have enough money, or because he lost his job. Now he's out there on the street. It says, what, sir?
If thy brother be waxen poor.
It says, if your brother done wax poor, keep going.
And fallen in decay with thee.
It says, and fallen in decay with thee, keep going.
Then thou shalt relieve him.
Thou shalt what?
Relieve him.
Listen, relieve your brother. Help your brother out, man. Relieve him of his waxing poorness.
Right.
Make sure that brother don't go out on the street and kill himself. There's some brothers out there that suffer from depression, man. Brothers don't want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? We need to talk about it as a nation, that brothers suffer from depression a lot. They suffer from depression because what? You slave so much. You work Monday through Sunday.
That's right.
You gotta watch out for. You gotta make sure your kids is eating. You make sure your wife is taken care of. They got a roof over their head. Some brothers don't believe that their women should work and have their kids, have them watch their kids. That's fine. But guess what? You have so much stress because of that. So much depression. And guess what happens if that brother wax poor? If he goes on the street and you watch him wax poor and do nothing, he'll kill himself. He'll kill himself. He'll take drugs. He'll revert to gang violence.
Right.
He'll revert to goddamn what? Prostitution.
Right.
He'll go into damn near the Christian church to try to look for something. Turn him into a homosexual. For God's sake, it says, if thy brother be waxing poor, man, and full in decay with thee, thou shalt relieve him. Relieve your brother, man. Give something to your brother. Give something to your brother. As a nation, we looked after our brother if he waxed poor. We looked after them. You know what happened? Damn, Jonathan is out there on the street. I gotta make sure he got somewhere to lay his head tonight, man.
If I may, also, if a brother owes a brother money,
right?
You know what I'm saying? The brother fall on hard times, and he's can't pay the debt back.
Absolutely, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. It's called the Lord's release.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But read on, sir.
Then thou shalt relieve him. Yea, though he be a stranger.
Though he be a what?
A stranger.
That brother on the street is a what?
Stranger.
That less fortunate brother or sister that's on the street is what?
Stranger.
That child on the street that needs your help is a what?
A stranger.
Keep going.
Or a sojourner.
That brother that came all the way from Canada to come to New York to come into the ISUPK is what?
A sojourner. That he may live with thee.
Listen, help your brother out, man.
Right.
As a nation, we helped our people out, man. We ain't second guessing. We helped that brother that was wax poor, a stranger or a sojourner, a brother from another country or another state, man. You were supposed to open your hands, welcome him in like a brother, like a sister, especially if he has children, man.
Right.
For God's sake, if he has children, we were supposed to help him. This is how we operated as a nation. As a nation of priests and prophets, this is what we were doing with the poor. That's right. This is what the oppressor doesn't do.
Right.
He swears he's a God-fearing man. He's a Christian. He loves the goddamn world, but he ain't doing this.
Right.
He says he gives money to help out the poor for Section 8, but he's hoarding the money. He says he has money to feed the nation, but he doesn't feed the nation. But you as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, as a nation of people, you should do what, sir?
Slakia. Relieve him.
Oh, read it from the top one more time. Verse 35.
And if thy brother be waxing poor and fall in decay with thee, then thou shalt relieve
That's
him.
what you need to do, man. That's what we needed to do as a priest. That's what we needed to do as people, as a nation of people, man. The children of Israel. Prince of the powers, man. Yasha'Allah, that's what we needed to do as a people. Relieve that brother. Even if what it says, him, yea, though he be a stranger or a sojourner, that he may live with thee. Man, help that brother out if he was a stranger or a sojourner. Read the next verse.
Verse 36.
Time.
Take down no usury
Take
of
what?
him. Take down no usury of him.
Listen, don't charge your brother interest. Don't charge him high rates because you helping him out. Don't do that to your brother because he has waxed poor. That's what our oppressor does. You go for credit, guess what? Well, I have to charge you an interest. I have to make sure you give me more. If I loan you this, you gotta give me more now of an interest. They charge usury.
I'm gonna be without this money, so I'm gonna need something to compensate for.
Exactly. It's saying in our laws, don't do that to your brother because he waxed poor. Don't do that to your brother. You know why? Because your brother ain't gonna do that to you. Your sister ain't gonna do that to you. So make sure you do that to your brother. Make sure you treat your brother right, man, when he's waxed poor. Keep going.
Concern. Or increase.
Yeah, or increase. Don't increase it. Even if you do give him something, don't charge him a crazy amount. Don't increase it because he won't be able to pay you back. Right. And what's going to happen? You're going to be just like your oppressor, just like your father, the devil, man. Keep going.
Concern. But fear thy God.
But what?
Fear thy God. That thy brother may live with thee.
Listen, fear thy God, that thy brother might live with thee. You know why? Because God watches what you're doing. That's right. You're going to increase this on your brother. You're going to charge usury on your brother and increase it. Guess what God's going to do to you? Guess what the Most High God's going to do to you? You don't fear him. You should fear him. Because guess what? You're going to be homeless. What happens if that brother gets waxed rich now? And he remembers when he was poor and you took them and he increased it. What the Most High going to do now? He's going to have it that brother does the same thing to you. And to make fun of it, you know what he's going to do? He's going to pay back the interest. That oh, here's your interest that I owed you. And now you owe me more. You owe me more. But you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to treat your brother like how you love your brother like you love yourself. That's why it says, what, Ashar?
It says, but fear thy God.
Well, feel your power, man. Feel the power. Because it's important. You wanted to say something, Ashar?
That thy brother may live with thee.
Yeah. Fear the power that their brother might live with you. Fear him. Fear the power. Because it's great that your brother live with you. You know why? Because your brother live with you. You might learn something new that you ain't know about your brother. That's right. You might know something. I didn't know you make garments. No. I need somebody who make garments. Or headpieces. Sorry, you're full of it. Or headpieces, you know? And guess what? Now you grew a brother. You grew a loyal friend. And guess what? Now you're in a business with him now. Because you fear God, now you gained a brother. You gained somebody that was waxed poor. You gained a brother, a nation of people, man.
Right.
Keep going.
Verse 37. Thou shalt not give him thy money upon usury, nor lend him thy victuals for increase.
Read that again, Slaki.
Leviticus 25, verse 37. Mm-hmm. Thou shalt not give him thy money upon usury.
Yeah, thou shalt not give him money upon usury. You're not supposed to give that brother money to increase it. I'm not supposed to be like, oh, damn, sure, let me borrow $100. And you like, all right, sure, here's $100, but I'm gonna need $120 when you pay me back. Right. How he's gonna give you the money back when he's borrowing $100 from you? Right. Don't give him the money just so you can increase it and make more money off your brother. No interest. That's why it says fear God, man.
So did you read Deuteronomy verse chapter 15 at all?
I'm going into that.
Okay, constant.
I'm going to that. Don't jump ahead, man.
Like, sir.
Don't jump ahead, Ashar. Keep going.
Constant. Nor lend him thy victuals for increase.
It said don't let him and victuals. That's food. It says nor lend him thy victuals for increase. You know, brother. Listen, if I give you this, let me get half of that. Or they don't even give you the food. Like, why I gotta get your own food? Why I gotta give you this food? It's so stubborn, man. We don't fear God enough to love our brother. We don't. Drop that. Now give me Deuteronomy 15.
Verse 8?
Verse 1. No, we started from 1.
No, sir.
Because now I'm going to show you why we're so righteous. And why our oppressor does all this. He hoards money and do this. And guess what? He will want you to pay all of his money back. Right. But as priests and prophets, we don't do that. We have laws, statutes, and commandments, man, for our brothers and sisters that we got to keep. When we rule the earth, we're gonna show how it is. We're going to show the poor how righteous we are. We're going to show the wicked and the heathen how righteous we are in our laws and why it's important. Read what you got, Shah.
Deuteronomy chapter 15, verse 1. At the end of every 7 years, thou shalt make a release.
It says, at the end of 7 years, thou shalt make a release. And the scripture is going to go in what this release means. Keep going.
Verse 2. And this is the manner of the release. every creditor that lendeth aught unto his neighbor shall release it.
It says basically, if you credit money to a brother after 7 years, let it go, man. If that brother owed you money for that long, just let it go. Because you know why? Your brotherhood is more important to have than what? I hate him. I hate Byron. You know why? He's owed me $20 for the longest. Or he owed me $100 or something dollars for the longest. How much times we see in these hood movies when the gangsters like, this nigga owed me like $30, man. He owes me this amount, man.
From 5th grade.
Yeah. He owes me this. I can't. Every time I see him, what happens? He runs. He does this. See you later. He runs. So the scripture is saying, man, if a long time has passed, let that go, man. Let the credit go. Keep going.
Answer. He shall not exact it of his neighbor.
Listen, you're not sure exact it from your neighbor. You don't need it no more. Forget it. Keep going.
Answer. Or of his brother. Because it is called the Lord's release.
It's called what?
The Lord's release.
Listen, that means it's above our pay grade now.
Right.
It is way above our pay grade. You know why? Because it's for the sake of brotherhood that the Lord got to get involved. Like, let that brother go, man. Is it worth to hate your brother over 3 shekels? 20 shekels? Is it worth that much? That the make your nation fall as a people because he might be able to not pay you back?
A chicken.
Yeah, a chicken. Let that brother go, man. Let it go, man. The Lord's release. Keep going, Ashar.
Answer. Verse 3. Of a foreigner, thou mayest exact it again.
For a foreigner, do what?
Thou mayest exact it again.
Oppressor, we can do what?
Mayest exact it again.
The Russian, we could do what?
Exact it again.
Listen, we can lend our oppressor money. But guess what? I need 50% back.
That's right.
Listen, you borrowing from the children of God, I need 50% back.
On the 7th year, I need 7 times what you
Right, exactly. I don't get it back at the end of the 7 years. Double it. Double them. We can do it to the other nations. And that's glory, man. That's righteous.
Right.
That we could do it to the other nations. You know why? Because they shouldn't be coming to us anyway. Why do you need to come to us? We're the youngest nation.
Right.
You had a head start.
Right.
It's because we're the children of God, man. They know we're so righteous and holy, and we were supposed to rule over them. That when this happens, we can loan them. We can loan money to them, but they gotta pay it back. Keep going.
But that which is thine with thy brother, thy hand shall release.
Say that again.
But that which is thine, with thy brother thine hand shall release.
Yeah, you should release what your brother owes you. You should. It's important.
That's right.
It's important. Like I said, out of brotherhood, it is important to release your brother of that stress. Imagine the stress you have on your brother because he has to pay you back. That means he might have to work double overtime in slavery or even worse. So you don't know what can happen. He could die behind the wheel because he's tired.
Right.
Might not pay attention to his children. He be trying to cut corners to pay you back because he owes you thousands.
Might get sick.
Yeah, he might get sick. He might wax and pour because he's trying to pay you back. The scripture is saying, let it go, man. Let it go after the 7 years. It's not worth it. Your brother is more important than the money that you lent him. Keep going.
Verse 4. Save when there shall be no poor among you, for the Lord shall greatly bless thee in the land, which the Lord thy God giveth thee for an inheritance to possess it.
Read it for the top one more time.
Concert. Verse 4. Save when there shall be no poor among you.
Save should there be no poor among you. Make sure there's no poor among you, man. This is why this is important. If everybody in Israel was doing this, you know what happened? Everybody would be poor. Everybody would be owing everybody. Everybody would be like, damn, I gotta pay him back. Oh, you owe him too? I borrowed from him. Let me borrow from such and such so I can pay him back, then I gotta pay him back. We would go crazy when a brother or sister owe us money. It shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that at all. Keep going, Bashar.
Concern. For the Lord shall greatly bless thee in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee for an inheritance to possess it.
And that's important. The Lord blessed us in the land that he gave us. You know why he blessed us? Because we are a nation of priests and prophets and brothers. When you have brotherhood, you don't need to worry about what your brother's doing. You don't need to worry about getting the money back because he owes you this and you want it back. Especially if you have the money, when you're more well fortunate than the brother that borrows from you.
Right.
There's a reason why he borrows from you, because he's doing bad. Right. He'd rather go to his brother than to go to our oppressor. Right. That's what it should be. Yeah, right. Why do we need to go to our oppressor when we have one another? We are a nation of people. It's important. We shouldn't be going to a people that hate us, that gun us down in the street, that still hang us to this day, and to say there's not foul play. To this day, they still say a sister, like 2 days ago, got hung somewhere, saying, "Oh, that's not foul play." How in the hell is it not foul play? How is it not murder? How is it not our oppressor hanging on? Because she damn sure can't go up there, hang herself. There ain't no ladder, no chair, no nothing where they found her. But yet she climbed a tree, got herself into the news and just hung? You goddamn right it was foul play. We don't need to go to our oppressor at all. Keep going, sir.
Verse 5. Only if thou carefully hearken unto the voice of the Most High thy power, right, to observe and to do all these commandments.
To do what?
Do all these commandments.
Listen, this is the reason why. We need to do these commandments. This is only if thou carefully hearken unto the voice thy God and to observe all these commandments. Because when we observe all these commandments, we flourish.
Right.
We rule over people.
That's right.
We won't have poor. You know what I'm saying? We will give to the less fortunate. There's always going to be brothers that don't have enough, but because of laws like don't take the corn around the glean of the edges, I'm paraphrasing, our brother can't eat. That's right. But when you live in an oppressive world, you can't feed the poor. It's illegal to feed the poor. You start feeding the poor, what they'll say? What you doing feeding this man? You can't feed him. Social distancing. Yeah, social distancing. He got to go into a shelter. When there's laws for our brothers out there in the streets to do this, to do that. What's going on, Sean?
They ask you if you have the proper permits to be feeding.
Absolutely. You know what my permit is here? Thus said the Lord, man.
That's right.
Thus said the Lord told me to go out there and feed my brothers and sisters, man. To do food drives. That's my goddamn permit. Read on, sir.
Which I command thee this day.
Right, keep going.
Verse 6. For the Most High thy power blesseth thee, as he promised thee, and thou shalt lend unto many nations.
Right.
But thou shalt not borrow.
Thou shalt lend unto many nations, but thou shalt not borrow. We're supposed to lend unto many nations. Oh, you need gold? Sure, we got gold. Oh, you need iron? We got iron. Oil? We got oil. We're not supposed to borrow from them. You know why? Because they're going to charge usury. They're going to charge interest. They're going to charge all these high rates to do what? To take all our wealth away from us. To take our power away from us. To take our blessings away from us. That's why we need to work with each other as a nation. That's why we need to shop with each other. Do ones with each other. And not with the other people, man. Keep going.
God. And thou shalt reign over many nations.
Thou shalt what?
Reign over many nations.
No, we're not supposed to do nothing.
Reign over many nations.
God loves everybody.
Reign over many nations.
We're supposed to be equal.
Reign over many nations.
Nah, we all came from Adam.
Reign over many nations.
Keep going.
But they shall not reign over thee.
Listen, and it's right there. Right. It's right there in the scripture. Out of many scriptures that tell us we're supposed to reign over many nations. We're supposed to show them how it is to rule this goddamn earth, man. It says they can borrow from us, but we're not supposed to borrow from them. Why do you think that? Why do you think we're not supposed to borrow from them? Because at the end of the day, you end up hating your brother. You end up killing your brother over usury. You end up having sex with your sister to make up a debt. You do all these other things. That's why we're not supposed to deal with the other nations. They could deal with us. They could borrow from us. We can sell them what? Dead carcass on the street and sell it to them. I'm paraphrasing, but that's in our law. We can't sell it to our brothers and sisters, but we damn sure can sell it to them.
That's right.
We supposed to reign over them. We supposed to make sure that they in their place and not try to come above us. We supposed to reign over them, and they're not supposed to reign over us. Keep going, sir.
Verse 7. If there be among you a poor man of one of thy brethren.
Listen, if there be a poor man of one of thy brethren, keep going.
With any of thy gates in thy land.
Of any of their cities, anywhere in Harlem, on Long Island, Hempstead, in West Hempstead, in Jersey, in Brooklyn, Flatbush, in Canada, in Detroit, Georgia, I could keep going, Mexico, Tobago, Jamaica, Barbados. Keep going, sir.
In thy land, which the Most High thy power giveth thee, thou shalt not harden thine heart.
Thou shalt not what?
Harden thine heart.
Thou shalt not harden thy heart, man. You need to love your brother. You shouldn't hate your brother. You shouldn't harden him because he's your survival. He is your survival, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian. How you gonna hate your own brother? Like the scripture says, how you gonna hate your brother but love God? I'm paraphrasing.
Right.
You gonna hate your brother, but you love God. And you never seen God. But you seen your brother. You see your brother every day in the neighborhood.
That's right.
You see him wax poor. But what you do? I can't stand these poor people. I can't stand these crackheads in the neighborhood. They bringing down the value of our neighborhood.
Get a job.
Get a job, bum, right? Get a job. Be like me. I work to get where I'm at. Right. How come you can't? Right. Why are you hating your brother? Don't hate your brother, man. Keep going.
Nor shut thine hands.
Oh, what?
Nor shut thine hands from thy poor brother.
Listen, don't shut your hand, man.
Right.
Don't give your brother nothing. Your brother deserves everything you have, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian. We all came on these ships together. We all was in chains together. We all learned the oppressor's language together. But it says, don't do what, sir?
Nor shut thine hand from thy poor brother.
Don't shut your hand from your brother, man.
Right.
Don't do that to your brother, man. Don't do that to your sister, man. Don't do that to the children, man. For God's sakes, man, love your brother like you love yourself, man. Why are you going to hate him in your heart for? Keep going.
Verse 8. But thou shalt open thine hand.
Thou shalt what?
Open thine hand. Wide.
Nah, close.
Wide.
Just a little bit.
Open thine hand wide.
Listen, open your hand wide, man. Like you haven't seen that brother in years.
Right.
Like your favorite cousin. You ain't seen your cousin since what? Since you were 7.
Right.
Open your hands wide to that brother. Keep going.
Unto him. And shalt surely lend him sufficient for his needs.
Listen, lend him sufficient for his needs. Whatever he needs at the proper time, give it to him. If you know that brother needs $100, a jacket, some shoes, and I just need 1 week to stay here, give it to that brother, man.
Right.
For God's sake, give it to him. Because guess what? When it's, Lord forbid, when it's your turn that you might need this, the next brother might do that for you. When you might just need one night out of a hotel, and a brother works at a hotel, you know what? Since we brothers in the same nation, since we Yasha Allah, Prince of the Power, since our God is the Most High, I'm going to give you a week here, brother.
That's right.
I'm going to make sure you fed. After work, I'm going to make sure you get food, you get water, you get clothes. Because you're supposed to what? What, sir, what it says?
Open thy hand wide unto him. and shall surely lend him sufficient for his need.
All right, read on and finish it.
And that which he wants.
Listen, open your hands wide for that brother, man. Open your hands wide, man, because guess what? The Most High God opened his hands wide for you. We are absolutely nothing as a people. We all deserve death.
Right.
But what he did, he opened his hands up wide.
That's right.
Saying, come back to me, man. Send his son down here to die. And he ain't do a goddamn thing wrong.
God, if I could, also these laws are for rulership.
Right.
Right? So, the same way how the church will collect tithes.
Right.
They want to open those tithes for the people that will need it.
Right, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But in the school here, you can't. That's why we urge brothers to request money from the school when they need it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You request money from the school. Why? Because everyone's giving the school tithes.
Right.
And the school will open up their arms to you and give you whatever you need.
Right.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
Come, sir.
That's why it's so important to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. Because if you don't have it, we don't know laws. We don't have any what's the order? We have no order. All we would have is sin. But read it one more time, sir. What does it say?
Come. But thou shalt open thine hand wide unto him.
But open your hands up wide to him. Keep going.
And shalt surely lend him sufficient for his needs.
Yeah, show him sufficient of what his needs are. Give him what he just needs. Half the time, our brothers on the street are so prideful and don't want to ask for nothing. They be just like, I just need water. I just need $1. I'll give a brother $10. I'll give a brother $10. He's like, I just need $1. He's so prideful to ask for it when he deserves it.
Right.
It's in our law to give this brother what he needs. He says he needs $1, but he needs $20. He needs more money so he can have food, water, and probably buy an umbrella because it might rain that day. He needs everything, man. And that's why this law is so important. Because it says open your hands up wide to him. And it say just a little bit. And it doesn't say for the time being. It said open your hands up wide. It's important.
That's right.
Keep going, sir.
Come. And that which he wanted.
Right.
Verse 9. Beware that there be not a thought in thy wicked heart.
Read that again.
Beware that there be not a thought in your wicked heart.
It said, don't be a thought in your wicked heart, man. Don't have a thought in your wicked heart about not giving this brother nothing, not helping him out. Right. This is a law. This is a goddamn law that says don't have it. What? Read it again, sir.
But beware that there be not a thought in thy wicked heart.
Don't have a thought in your wicked heart to not give to this brother. He asked for $1, give that $1 to him. Give him $10. Because guess what? You got a job, you going home you got shelter, you got a car. He just want water. Give him a plate of food while you at it.
Right.
All right.
Good. The Lord is saying that our heart is wicked.
Right.
This is like, you know what I mean? Like, we ain't in America for no reason.
Right.
We messed up bad.
Absolutely. We messed up bad. You know why? Because we had this in our hearts. We were wicked.
That's right.
We had this in our hearts not to help out our brothers and our sisters. That's why this law is so important. That's why we need to open our hands up wide and not have a wicked thought in our heart. Because when you do that, guess what? This brother might be lying. He might have a home. I don't know if I could trust him. I don't know. Why should I give it to him? He only asked me. He asked none of these people who won't buy. Why I gotta give him $10? How much $10 did he get today? How much dollars did he get today? He might have $100 on him. Right. Why do I need to give that goddamn $1 to that brother, man? To that sister, man? Right. You know why? Because he could be sticking you up for that money.
Right.
Give it to that brother.
If I made it, scriptures also say you never know when you entertain an angel.
Yeah, damn right. You might never know when you might entertain an angel.
Right.
An angel might be saying, let me see if he gonna give me $1. Let me see if he gonna give me a bottle of water. Right. What might he do? Oh, he ain't give me nothing? Guess what? Now, Lord, when you meet the Most High, you gonna have that on Satan's side. What he gonna have? He gonna have something against you.
Right.
This angel went down there to see if this brother would help him in the law. And the law says, help the poor. Have your hands open up wide. What did he do? He didn't give him nothing.
Right.
He walked right past him.
Yeah.
Now you have something against you.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Keep going, sir.
Saying, the 7th year, the year of release, is at hand.
Right.
And thine eye be evil against thy poor brother.
Read slide. So read that again from from the 7th year.
The 7th year.
Right.
The year of release.
Right.
Is at hand.
Yeah, the year of release is at hand, man. Keep going.
And thine eye be evil against thy poor brother. And thou givest him naught. Yeah. So basically it's saying like even if it's the 7th year of the Lord's release, when it happens, you still don't want to help him. It's the Lord to let it go. And you know that in your heart. Guess what? I don't want to help him. It's 7-year release. It's not here yet. Or it happened already. I want to try to get this money before the 7th. Don't have a wicked thought in your heart, man. Keep going, sir. And he cried unto the Most High against thee, and it be sin unto thee. Yeah, let that be sin unto thee. You don't want to help out this brother. You have a wicked thought in your heart. You thinking, well, before the 7th, the Lord's release come, maybe I could try to get something, or it's after the Lord's release, let me still try to get something from this brother. Let it be sin, man. That's right. Let that be sin upon him. Because that's wicked, man. We're not supposed to be like our oppressor. We're not supposed to be like the other nations. How are we going to show how the other nations are when we can't get this right as a brother, as brotherhood and sisterhood, as a nation? But we want to reign supreme over other nations. That ain't going to work. Not going to work at all. Keep going, sir. Verse 10. Thou shalt surely give him, and thine heart shall not be grieved. Listen, it says, thou shalt surely give him, and thy heart shall not be grieved. Don't be grieved that you gave this brother money, that you helped him out. Don't do that. Be like, oh, here's $20, man. We do that all the time as brothers and sisters, our poorly brothers, or less fortunate brothers. Take this money, man. Take it. Damn. I always see you asking for money, man. Always asking for something, right? Always asking. Keep going, sir. Come. Thine heart shall not be grieved when thou givest unto him. Right. Because that for this thing, the Most High thy power shall bless thee in all thy works. Yeah, listen, the Lord bless you with all thy works. Keep going. And in all thou puttest thine hand unto. Yeah, listen, man, the Lord will bless you. You won't think this is important? That goes back to what I said before. Right. You help your brother out. You open your hands up wide to him. You start learning about what your brother does. You learn that your brother's a smith. He works in the shop with irons and all types. Oh, damn, you make what? You make swords? Well, God, you know what? We're gonna help that. We're gonna do something about that. I need a smith. I need an iron smith. Oh, you know how to make garments? Oh, just listen. I can use you. Now you gave that brother a job. Yeah, listen. The Lord has blessed me by giving to you to me, my brother. Because I opened my hands up wide, I done gained a brother and a worker and a business partner. And because of what, sir? What it says? Because for this thing the Lord died what? Because of that, for this thing, the Most High thy power shall bless thee in all thy works. And keep going. And in all thou puttest thine hand unto. Listen, man, that's important.
You also gain better understanding.
Absolutely. You get better understanding. And you know what? You taught that brother brotherhood. You taught that brother about what it is to open your hands up wide to somebody that was less fortunate at that time. That's right. So, for Lord willing, when that brother comes out the slums, you know what's going to happen? He's going to do the same thing to another brother. He's going to do the same thing to another sister. That's why it's important from in the ISUBK, we do these things. And we show our brothers and sisters the laws, statutes, and commandments. Why is it important to do this? Because guess what? When you learn your tradition, when you learn your laws, you realize, damn, we are great people. Yeah. We had amazing laws back then that keep us from falling off, to keep us from not reigning supreme over other nations, to keep our wealth together. But we fell off that. We love our oppressor. We love his ways so much that now that brothers on Long Island and Hempstead are supposed to get Section 8 from the funds, that they're not even giving it. Yeah. They only spending 82% when worldwide is damn near 100%. Keep going, sir.
Yeah. Verse 11. For the poor shall never cease out of the land.
For the what?
The poor shall never cease out of the land.
And that's why it's important to always have your hands wide. Because there's always going to be that brother who's asking for water. It's always going to be that brother that doesn't have shoes on or a jacket and is just in pants. There's always going to be that brother that or sister that have their children out there with just has a son that they just need water or food or just $1 so they could get a cup of water, something. It's always going to be, what's that what it says?
For the poor shall never cease out of the land.
That's why it's important that we follow this law, that we come together and make sure we understand these laws, statutes, and commandments, to make sure that we have brotherhood as a nation. Keep going, sir.
Therefore, I command you.
I do what?
Command
the
you.
Lord thy God said what?
I command you. Saying, thou shalt open thy hand wide.
Thou shalt what?
Open thy hand wide.
Your brother on the street should have what?
Open thy hand wide.
That sister that has less fortunate with her kids should have what?
Open thy hand wide. Unto thy brother. And thy poor. And to thy needy. In thy land.
Into thy land, man. Into thy land. It says it's a goddamn commandment from the Lord, man. Right. A goddamn commandment that we do this.
That's right.
It's a commandment that we help our poor brothers, our waxing poor brothers that's in need. That's why it's important that we pay our tithes. Right. That's why it's important that we come together as a nation, man. Zephaniah 2:1, man.
That's right.
That's why it's important that we come back together as a nation. Because our oppressors sure ain't going to do this.
That's right.
It's a law in the Bible. It said the Lord I command you. It's not the Lord. It's not the mouth of the Most High God, man.
That's right.
But he doesn't do this. Surely he doesn't love God. Surely he doesn't know our commandments better than we do. Surely he doesn't. And this is why this law is important. This is why we need to come back to the Lord's statutes and commandments, man. It is grievous that we come back to the Lord's statutes and commandments as a people. Because without it, we ain't going to have our arms up wide. We're not going to have our hands open up wide enough for these brothers and sisters. We're going to just keep passing them on the street, saying they listen, they're less fortunate. I'm better than me. Listen, not me at least. I get to go to work. I get to do this.
Right.
When it's a goddamn commandment, man, that's why these laws is important. It's important that we need the come to class Monday through Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. Learn your history. Right. Learn brotherhood. Learn the law class. Learn the scripture breakdown. Learn your Hebrew. Come to the Sabbath services.
That's right.
Partake in the Long Island classes.
Right.
That's why it's important to learn this. Because if we ain't know this, we don't know how to be treated. We gonna think being treated is don't help that less fortunate brother on the street.
Right.
Not helping him on the street or helping that sister or the followers on the street. Yeah. We gonna think that's what we need to do.
That's right.
We gonna think, God got him because God loves everybody. He's gonna do better when he goes to heaven, man. God loves you, brother. Walking up to the brother or less fortunate, you know God loves you, brother. Keep praying.
For the Christian.
Yeah.
God said thou shalt not beg.
Yeah. God loves you, brother.
Right.
Here's a plate of pork at that. Giving him pork, all types of abomination. Making that brother sin, man. But let me get this last scripture. So let me get the Ecclesiasticus in Proverbs 12, chapter 12. Because I wouldn't show you all of how we supposed to But I'm gonna end it on how our oppressor is.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 10.
Verse 16, sir. Sorry.
Slocky, verse 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips.
He does what?
Speaketh sweetly with his lips.
Listen, it says the enemy speaketh sweetly. Wait, Slocky. Yeah, an enemy speaketh sweetly from his lips. Keep going.
But his heart, he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit.
Yeah, man, that's our oppressor. That is our oppressor. It says an enemy speaks sweetly with his lips. Don't our enemy, our oppressor, which is our enemy, don't he speak sweetly? Don't he say all these things? Well, listen, you could be great. Listen, feminism is an amazing thing. You know, child support. I think I can help you get on child support. Section 8, let me see.
Pro-choice.
Pro-choice, abortion, homosexuality, you know what? Be whoever you want to be. Alternative, right. What is it? Something, what is it? I forget what it is when they say they ain't nothing.
Oh, yeah.
I forget what it is. Something bender or something? Yeah, something. Listen, he tells you all that sweetly. I get all these. Well, listen, we're going to give you the stimulus checks. We're going to make sure you're good. We're going to make sure all this is worked out. Right. And you're going to go back to work. Keep going, sir. What it says, though?
He will weep with his eyes.
He will do what?
Weep with his eyes.
Read off again, 16.
Verse 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips. Right. But in his heart, he imagines him to throw thee into a pit.
But after all I said, he wants to throw you into a pit. He wants to make sure the funds that belong to you, to the poor, to the fatherless, to the widowless, to the elderly, like we just read in Deuteronomy 15. We're supposed to take care of our brothers and sisters with wide open arms. Right. But what he does, he wants to throw you into a pit. That's right. He wants to make sure that you're nothing on this earth. Right. He wants to make sure that you're just destroyed and God does not raise you back up. God. Keep going, sir.
Come. He will weep with his eyes.
Yeah, he will weep with his eyes. He will show you in his eyes that he looks like he cares. Oh my God, I can't believe that they hung him. They shot that poor black man in the street. How did you do that? Why did you do that? He was reaching. He was following the law.
I got black friends.
I love black friends. I got a black child. My husband's black. Right. Keep going, sir.
Come. But if he find opportunity.
But if he what?
Find opportunity.
You're reaching for your license is what?
Find opportunity.
You're running in a white neighborhood is what?
Find opportunity.
Oh, he has millions for you for Section 8, but he ain't gonna give it to you because of what?
Find opportunity.
Keep going.
He will not be satisfied with blood.
Listen, he won't be satisfied with just blood. Blood is not enough for this man. Lynching you, shooting you down in the street, is not enough for this man. He needs to do more. He needs to make sure your children are homeless, your elderly don't have a place to stay, you have no food, you're on the street, and when they're giving you food, he's saying, listen, that's illegal. When you try to sleep in the subway, what he do? He's gonna poke you with his baton. Hey! This train stopped. You gotta get up. You gotta get up. Blood is not enough. Killing you is not enough. He has to make sure you're belittled. Make sure you're homeless. And make sure you're good for nothing drug dealers and predators, like he said. Because if he finds a chance, blood ain't enough. Blood ain't enough. That's right. But that's why we have brotherhood. That's why we have the Most High God, Yahweh, man. Right. The Most High God in heaven. That's why his power is great. His mercy is wonderful. It's forever. That's why we need to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. Because it's saying, what it says, sir, read it again. If when he will weep with his eyes.
He will weep with his eyes. Mm-hmm. But if he finds opportunity.
But listen, if he finds the opportunity to kill us, to make sure we don't get Section 8 or WIC, or have the funds but keep the funds, he's going to do what?
He will not be satisfied with blood.
Listen, he's not going to be satisfied. God damn, man, he's not going to be satisfied, man. Dillard Storm roof, right? The Columbine. You gonna have little Columbine boys walking around. Keep going, sir.
Verse 17. If adversity come upon thee,
right,
thou shalt find him there first.
Listen, it says, adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. If you're struggling, he gonna be there first. If you need help, he gonna be there first. Cause blood ain't enough. Blood ain't enough for this oppressor. So when you down and you need help, and you need Section 8, and he has millions to give, he gonna be there first to collect. Right. He gonna make sure you don't get all that money. He's gonna make sure all those vouchers ain't being collected or accounted for. He's gonna make sure all the abortions accounted for. He's gonna make sure she needs Plan B. Make sure there's enough Plan B. Your adversary, he's gonna be there first. Keep going.
Another step to that is when what did it say? Adversity.
Right.
Right. When you find out when you're in adversity, he's gonna be there first, as in he's in the root of it.
Right. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right, sir.
You there, but you didn't know you just came a party, but you didn't know that this guy had some trick back door.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? To organize people to make you fall.
Absolutely, and that's why it's important that he gets there first. Because if he gets there first, he's gonna trick you. Imagine your brother. Imagine we Isupk got there first. We gonna have wide open arms. You gonna have your brother here helping you, but your adversary, your oppressor, is gonna be there. He's gonna be there waiting there first to try to get you, cause blood ain't enough. Keep going, sir.
And though he pretends,
although he what?
Pretend.
Our oppressor does what?
Pretend.
Listen, our Jewish man does what?
Pretend.
The people who run Section 8 does what?
Pretend.
Keep going.
To help thee.
To do what?
Help thee.
Section 8 supposed to what?
Help thee.
Wait, supposed to do what?
Help thee.
They supposed to do what to the poor?
Help thee.
Keep going.
Yet shall he undermine thee.
Listen, he's going to undermine you. He does not care about you, black man.
That's right.
A sparing man, Native Indian. That's Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, 16 through 18, sir.
Yeah.
Keep going, sir.
Okay. He will shake his head.
He will what?
Shake his head.
No good niggas. No good predators. These child molesters, these niggas are taking up all Section 8. They're taking up all the jobs. These Mexicans are taking up all the jobs. Let's build a wall for them. Shaking their head. Shaking their goddamn head, man. Pretending to help you. Because they're the first ones there. They're the first ones always there. Keep going.
And clap his hands.
And do what?
Clap his hands.
You did a good job. We raised enough money for the poor. We raised $1.9 million for Section 8. But they didn't spend all of it. Let's take a portion of that.
Ecclesiasticus 12 and 16.
Kind of in apocrypha, sir.
Okay.
Keep going, sir.
And whisper much.
And he does what?
Whisper much.
And
change his countenance.
Listen, and that is our oppressor to the T, man.
That's right.
He does every single thing we just read. He pretends blood ain't enough. It says he the first one there. Thou that he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. He shall shake his head, clap his hands, and whisper much, and change his countenance. That is all of him.
Right.
All of him. That article, that book we brought out, Under Sanctuary, the other books we're going to keep bringing out. I didn't even, you know what? I done went through class and I didn't even bring out the book. I had left the book in the car. This is a book I bought. You know what's funny? And the Most High God showed me, listen, it was so important because I thought the book I bought was useless. Because I'm reading this book, I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this book. I end up reading it. It's a book on, not taxes, but basically loans from the government. And then when you read the book, it's showing all the things that's important to them. Well, they spend 900 and something million on weapons, 900 and something this on that, 900 something on this. And I had bought this book a long time ago. I forgot it in the car, but next time I'll try to bring it in next time. But the book was like $80. I went with Captain College. This book was in one of the areas where it was high-priced books. And I remember buying this book. This brother, this devil looked at me like, "You want these books?" Like, yeah. What's wrong with these books? And nothing at all. Because looking into these books, you see where they love each other. You see where they spend their money. You see where they care about their brothers and sisters. They're oppressors. They have their hands open up wide for each other. They care about their nation. They care about when in the military, in the space program, and the wealth, and the oil, and making sure everybody in their neighborhoods are fed, and the school system there. But when we try to, just for simple housing, we can't get it. Right. We can't get the money spent. But throughout all that book, it shows you everything. Millions upon millions they spent. From like 1700 to like, 19 something, the book. The book is old. The book is from like 17 something. Right. The book is damn near yellow, falling apart. They don't want us to see those records. There's records from the Treasury Department telling us, all right, we spent money on here, we took taxes from here, we did this, the president said we should do this and this. All that is in that book. All the money that they spend is on them and not on us. Not a goddamn thing. You know why? Because we whispered much and they changed their confidence. Yeah, right. They're going to say we're going to do it, but they're going to change it.
Damn right. Native American Indians.
Native American Indians.
Right.
Our brothers, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? We'll build a wall, but since COVID-19, they are essential workers. We need them. We need them. We can't build a wall yet. They're more important because that's where the fruit comes from. A lot of the avocados and all the fruit come from over there. We can't just stop it. And when this is all, Lord forbid, or when it's all said and done, what they gonna do? They're gonna let's continue build that wall. Mexicans taking more jobs. Change their continent. But with that, we the Isupk coming out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister come to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Means 10 in Hebrew, Ma'ashua. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for the priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation is what is it? It's in June, right? First fruits, right? First fruits, June 5th. Come to Harlem school, man. Go to the nearest Isupk school you can, man.
That's right.
Let's see. Reminder Akim and Aqua to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. Boots, shirt, pants, and headband or scarf. And with that, I say shalom.